Hello, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, chapter 14, part 11, JavaScript data types undefined. Brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the undefined data type in JavaScript. So, JavaScript, as I said in the earlier session, it includes two additional primitive type values. They are null and undefined, that can be assigned to a variable and that has special meaning. So in the last session we understood like what is null data type, and here we are going to understand the undefined in JavaScript. Undefined is also a primitive value in JavaScript. A variable or an object has an undefined value, okay, when no value is assigned before using it. In the sense, suppose in the example you can understand very clearly, like I'm having a variable but I'm not assigned any value to it, but I am passing that variable to the alert window. So this my var variable is not having anything to display on the pop-up window, so at that time we'll get the output as undefined. In the sense, a value or an object as an undefined value when no value is assigned before using it. So we can say that undefined means it's a lack of value or unknown value. Okay, as I said in this example, we are in the above example, like we have not assigned any value to a variable named myvar. A variable myvar lacks a value, so when I push that variable to the alert window, it just throws a message telling like undefined. It means a lack of value or unknown value. So let me show you a demo of it. It's very simple. Let me jump into Visual Studio Code, and here let me create a variable called myvar, and what I'm trying to do is I'm passing that alert myvar is equal to, now when I push this page to the browser, let me see how it looks. It's very simple. When I double click on this, okay, we will get the output as undefined. Why? Because we have not assigned any value to it, and that variable is undefined. It's not having any value. That's the meaning of this undefined data type. And coming to the next slide, okay, in the example, a function sum does not return any result. Okay, here you can observe very clearly I'm having a function sum which takes two parameters, value 1 and value 2, and what it is doing is inside that code block we are having like variable result, and it is adding these two parameters whatever the user passes to this variables parameters value 1 and value 2, but nowhere in this function it is returning the result. So what I'm trying to do here is in the next line I'm trying to call this function. Okay, I'm passing the values and I'm assigning to that result variable. Okay, what happens is when it reaches this function definition, it goes here, it adds the values, but this function is not returning the value added. In the sense, inside this function they have to write a code telling like return result, but that's not happening. So what happens is, okay, it results undefined. In the sense, in the example, a function sum does not return any result, but still we try to assign its resultant value to a variable. So in this case result will be undefined. So let me check it out. Let me click on the Visual Studio Code, and here you can observe. So what I'll do is I'll just define a function. So okay, function sum, and I'll assign two values, value 1 comma value 2. So I'm having a result is equal to value 1 plus value 2 control S. Now what I'm trying to do is function sum value 1 value 2, and I'm trying to call that method and I'm passing the values. Values are 5 comma 5. Okay, now let me assign to that result var result, or let me take some other variable just to avoid the confusion. I'll take it as demo. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm assigning this function to this variable demo, and let me show you the return result. Okay, now when I alert demo, when I do Control S, I'm going to get the output as 10. Let me show you that. I want to navigate to the folder where I've saved this page to run this in Chrome. Okay, now when I double click on this demo.html, okay, I'm going to get the output as 10. Okay, but now what I'll do is I'll just comment out this line. Okay, now what's happening here is we are having a function sum. Okay, we are having two parameters, value 1 and value 2, and we'll pass the values. Once the value comes here, it jumps inside this code block, and to this var result the values will go like 5 plus 5, the value is 10, and I'm storing that value in the result variable. But nowhere in this code block I'm returning that result. So if I try to access now, if I try to assign values to this sum 5 comma 5, then if I try to push the result to the alert window, then we'll get the message as undefined, because nowhere in this program, in this method sum, we are returning the result, and that's reason we'll get the output as undefined. Okay, you can observe very clearly. That's the meaning of undefined data type. Okay, and undefined evaluates to false when used in condition expression. In the last session also we saw like undefined or null evaluates to false when used in condition expression. Okay, undefined means the variable has not assigned any value. So if we try to evaluate that type of variable, we'll get the output as or evaluate to false when used in condition expression. Here in the condition expression, if else, we are calling a variable myvar, we're passing the condition, but that is not having any value, so it evaluates to false. Let me go and check it in my Visual Studio Code. Let me show you a demo of it. It's very simple. Let me remove this part. Where okay, where my var. Now if my var alert my var is, what is the value, what is my evaluates to true. What is the evaluates to true. And now let me write out the else block. My var evaluates to false. Now as expected, it evaluates to false. Now we'll get the output as my var evaluates to false. Why? Because an undefined variable, it evaluates to false. Okay, undefined, it evaluates to false when used in condition expression. Okay, that's the meaning of this presentation. Whatever we learned right now is about undefined data type in JavaScript. In the last session we learned about null data type in JavaScript, and that's for the day. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our websites. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.